Alright, so we got the car in the garage and we're attempting to get it somewhat roadworthy. Lights, dash, all that stuff. But after the break-in period, you're supposed to change the oil, break open your oil filter, and see if anything's amiss. Now, something interesting. We drain the oil into this pan, and there looks to be some pretty significant metal shavings in there. Now, what's weird is that we pulled the oil pan off expecting it to be like a grenade went off in here, but there's not one bit of metal that we can find anywhere. No shavings, nothing like that. And it just seems unlikely that all of it would have came out into there and there'd be none left in here. Regardless, we are going to check the bearings and see if any of them are chewed up. I didn't film it because it sucks enough being under there. I don't have a lift, so that's how it's done. And checked all of the main bearings and the rod bearings, and none of them are fucked up. So I don't know where those came from. Probably our workbench and not the car.
It's definitely the workbench and not the car. We keep it right over where we cut metal. But better safe than sorry. We checked it. We have peace of mind now.
Yeah, we suspected that when there was no shavings in the pan itself. And just in here. But we're gonna go get some Mexican food. We still have a ton of shit to do. We didn't really expect to do that. But it's never cool when you find shavings in your oil. Look at some of these, they're gnarly too.
Yeah, if those were from our engine, our car would have been really fucked.
Like they're all jagged and sharp. There was more in here too, and we cleared it out a little bit, but none of those were in the pan itself, and all the bearings are perfect. So we're gonna fill it back up with oil.
While JP did the hard stuff, I actually rewired the alternator how it should be wired up, so that should be good now.
Again, we won't know until we try, but it's more than likely gonna work this time. Obviously, a big part of getting to drive this thing on the road is making sure that the alternator works, the charging system works, and we don't have to hook it up to a charger every single time that we go to drive the car. We've been chasing down a wiring, well, not even a wiring issue. We honestly had no idea why the alternator didn't work, why the charging system didn't work. We just kept getting the same voltage back, you know, 12.5 volts or whatever from the battery, no matter how we hooked it up. And it's actually very simple to hook it up. What did it end up being though, Devin?
There was a crossed wire within the harnesses. So.
Yeah, there's two identical wires, both are green, both don't have stripes, and at some point in the harness they got mixed, and it was as simple as that. And the point of saying all this, or I guess the main point here, is check the simplest of things first.
You can always fuck up.
Yeah, you think that it's 100%, but just double check your work and that'll save you a lot of time. We were getting 12 volts at one end, we weren't getting it out at the other end. That means there was a break in the line, and that's all it ended up being. In the process, we've
rewired and rewired and rewired.
Rewired at least twice, and then we pulled the alternator and went all the way down and got the alternator checked. None of that was even necessary if we just double checked the work originally. So that's today's lesson. Excited, buddy?
Fuck out of my face, man.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to overcome stupid shit. Alright, it's freaked out a little bit right there, but it's the little victories after 3 days of fixing something that should otherwise definitely work. We could have rebuilt the whole freaking motor again in that time, knowing what we know now. It's just something as simple and as stupid as an alternator can really.
And it's frustrating when you make those little mistakes, like crossing a wire inside a harness, and you can't figure out for the life of you what's wrong with it. It really pisses you off.
But then when you're victorious,
it's the best feeling in the world.
Oh, you just want to rip it out and smash it to pieces just because you beat it.
That thing works. It does something now. It's not just a big ass hunk of metal in the engine bay.
Yeah, we spent so much effort making it go from there to there, only to have it be a pain in the ass to set up, but it works now. I hope that half of this video isn't consumed by that stupid alternator.
It's totally gonna be, but that's whatever.
Some people paint their intercoolers, so we thought it was a good idea to express the general attitude of this build.
Lol.
Okay, so it's a new day today, and one of the other issues that we had to address besides the charging one was the massive oil leak that we had. Well, it's not massive, it was just an annoying little oil leak. So it looked like it could have been coming from two spots, right up front there on the oil pan or the rear main. So we just went ahead and replaced both. It's been, I don't know, like 2 hours, and the pan's pretty easy to take off. So we just removed the main cap so we can get that out of there, and everything's ready to go back up. The transmission came out too. It was actually a real pain in the ass, but
A little bit.
it's almost done with, and then we'll be ready to move on to the dashboard.
All right, so for about the past 2 hours, we've been working on wiring up the ignition so that it works with the dash.
Devin's been working on that.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
I don't know shit about wiring, so I just literally been sitting here watching him do this.
He's been doing other things and sitting around, but for 2 hours we've been working on that, and we finally have the dash in, and the ignition in, and the Datsun's, what the hell is that thing called?
Wiring harness? Fuse box?
No, fuse box, there we go. The Datsun's fuse box finally works and everything, and this is what we have accomplished.
It looks like crap.
It looks like shit.
It's all half installed.
It's in here, but go ahead and flip that key and show them what happens now.
We expected all of this to light up like a Christmas tree.
Everything's gonna be great and dandy, right?
Do you guys notice? Are you seeing it? One thing works, and it's the fuel gauge.
Oh shit!
After all of this shit.
Look at it! We got a fuel gauge!
We have a fuel
After
gauge.
2 hours of bullshit.
It's been a long few days, and we wanted to get the video out earlier, but this one is just not fun to make. We're not driving around, we're not doing anything, we're just tying up loose ends. And it's like turning out to be just as hard, if not harder, than taking on like major projects. Just getting it to stop leaking a little bit, or getting these gauges to work how they should. It just sucks. This is just awful.
Yeah, this is the not fun part of building cars, and we're sorry that these past couple videos are kind of boring. Well, the driving ones were sweet, but this video
in particular, yeah, we're sorry if this video is not as action packed. And
but the reality of the matter is, when you build fucking cars, you're gonna have really, really lame days.
like this. This sucks. It's not fun.
Yeah, this week and upcoming weekend are filled with just tying up shitty loose ends.
The concern right now is whether or not Devin's going to be able to get out from under there.
I got in here and it's great for doing what I'm doing, but
He kind of just like fell in there though.
yeah.
It's like almost unintentional, so. Yay!
Tachometer works.
We're suspicious of the gas gauge. We think it's fuller than it's telling us that it is, so. Its maiden voyage is going to be to the gas station, which is like 1.5 miles away. Bear in mind that it has no windshield still. And it's far from perfectly tuned. So I'm going to follow him in the Jeep in case it breaks. Devin actually hasn't driven it yet, so this will be fun. It's pretty obnoxiously loud. It's also real tiny compared to this Jeep. I could run it the hell over right now if I wanted to. Just to end Devin's life. How was it?
did it. It worked. Got down here.
Yeah, it didn't break. We're only about a mile away, but
it drove pretty good. We'll see how much gas we can put in and see if our gas gauge actually works.
our gas cap's holding up, I see.
Yeah, it's quality rack.
You only got to make it back.
These 4 points are insanely hard to put on.
Yeah, they take forever.
Doesn't help there's 0 room in here.
Make sure you put the gas on. And the fan. Alright, that's gonna wrap this one up. At this point in the build, we're just sorting out all the little things, and that's a part of any build. It's usually just not talked about because it sucks ass and it takes a long time.
It's long and tedious.
Yeah, so the goal right now is to get the Datsun all tied up, at least good enough to drive it and have it not leak and break, so we can turn our attention towards the Porsche, which is not nearly as far along.
Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to buy for it. We haven't even gotten the engine into it, let alone sorted out everything we're gonna need to complete it, but...
Yeah, we have to build an entire intake system for the turbo and install Mega Squirt, fuel injection, select ejectors, all that crap. So we really want to tie up all the loose ends on the Datsun, and that's where the videos are going to be heading. But like I said, we're going to wrap this one up. That means that Devin's going to pick a winner for this video's giveaway. If you're unfamiliar with our channel, we give away products from boostedsheds.com every single video.
This video's winner is Kushal Alakhan.
Okay, Kushal, you can hit us up at Teamboosted at boostedsheds.com or through any of our social media platforms, and we will get back to you and ship you your prize. To win this video's giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video if you actually liked it, and leave a comment down below. This is one of those ones you can just say whatever you want.
As always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.